What's up, Ed?
Going good, man. Wes, how's it going, man?
Dude, we're chilling. It's like a nice rainy, cozy day in New York. So I'm all bundled up. I feel good today.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. We're definitely we're in for some good weather for the next couple days. But I do want to get into your amazing partnership you have going on right now with Captain Morgan. Can you just speak to it a little bit?
Yeah, this actually works out for you boy because I'm new to golf. So we're playing the slice here. So um whether you're, a pro golfer or someone who's just picking up the clubs, everyone's gonna have their slice moment. And so we're kind of picking that up with the beverages, and I personally have never golfed without a cooler, stocked with drinks. And so it all kind of works. It's meant to be very inclusive and be a nice, tasty, golf course beverage. And we're gonna do a little giveaway too, so people are gonna, tag Captain Morgan, and we're gonna just have some fun this summer. So it works because I'm working on my swing, so we'll see how
Well,
it
that,
goes.
well, that actually goes to my follow-up then. So, how would you rate your golf game from 1 to 10?
Not to freak anyone out, but we're probably at like a two. Well, so I did a pro am in fall, and like the first hole of the day, everything was probably a 0 to 1. And I want to say by the end of the day, I don't want to be dramatic, but I think we climbed to like a 3.5, maybe four. S-
Okay.
Yeah, I mean that was a full 18 though. So I had like a whole day to like really work on my shit, and we're getting back. So maybe by the end of summer, six. It's a
Okay.
dream. So we'll see what happens.
That's building though. I mean, you're
Yeah.
building there. So you're doing it. You're doing it. I respect it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? There's a growth in that. So, just with that being said, obviously you're on another season of Summer House.
Mhm.
You just speak to just that experience of you go into a reality show, you're in a house, you're in New York, and you're not a New York native, but just adjusting to all of that at one time with cameras in your face, 24
Yeah.
7.
It 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 did help me a little. I've been in media for like a while. I was at Bleacher Report for a long time and did on camera work there. And so I've seen myself on video before, I guess. So maybe it was like a little bit less of an adjustment. But yeah, I mean, nothing can prepare you for being in a house where like, you walk downstairs to get water, and then a RoboCam like follows you on your way to bed, back to bed. Um, But I mean, the house is full of like a lot of like very welcoming, nice people who made it easy. And um, adjusting was honestly less hard, I think, than you would have thought. Like you kind of just like are there. You're already overwhelmed by meeting these new people. So like the cameras are kind of like an afterthought at that point because you want to like, make friends. You're making dinner. You're like out in the pool, whatever. So it is weird, but at the same time, there's like so much going on. You kind of like it's just is so fast. You get used to it like really quick.
Oh, that's really good, and obviously, entertaining. You guys are on the show.
Thanks.
But obviously, USA Today's the Chiefs wire, so we're going to talk Kansas City Chiefs here. We got to
Talk
get into it.
talk to me.
When did your fandom for the Chiefs start? Obviously, you're a Missouri native. Was it
Hmm.
just something where you kind of like you're born into it, or was it like a certain game or moment that got you into it?
Yeah, very much born into it. All my dad's family's from Western Missouri, so like, my dad's from a small town called Waverly, Missouri. It's like 40 minutes east of Kansas City. But yeah, my dad took me to Arrowhead when I was like, I don't know, two or three. And I mean, I have a zillion pictures I'll send you after this. But yeah, I've been going to Arrowhead since I can remember, and like going to Gates Barbecue before games with my dad and my brother. And like I don't even remember my first Chiefs memory, to be honest. But um, I just kind of like the classic like little boy who grew up with like his dad and his uncles like watching Chiefs games and like yelling at the TV. But the Chiefs didn't win a playoff game until I was in college. Like no one knows that. Like in my lifetime, not until I was in college. And so it was a very like, you know, the Chiefs were not good. It's crazy that we're in a place now where people ask me like, "Are you bandwagon or blah?" And I'm just like, dude, you guys are all insane. Like the Chiefs had fans um before Patrick Mahomes. So which I think speaks more to it. Like we went because Arrowhead's the best place ever, barbecue before games, like, um, and it's where my family's from, so I'm always gonna show love. I think this is an Andy Reid candle actually behind me.
Andy
It's a good,
Reid Candle.
yeah, it's him like dressed as the Pope, ironically. Um, but I'll pull it out later.
Oh yeah, definitely. We got to get a close up on that one. But let me actually, you brought up college, and I do want to bring up the fact that Montana State, you
Yeah.
played there. Just I guess going back to your college football days, what do you remember most? Just not only like playing, but just the whole atmosphere of college football. Because we
Uh,
got to touch on that.
Great question. So I went to an FCS school, so it's like one of the like it's like the smaller half of D1. However, that being said, um, it was in a state where there were no professional teams. So you had the University of Montana and Montana State, and so the atmosphere there was honestly sometimes better than what I'd seen growing up at the University of Missouri. Like there's not a lot of exposure in the state of Montana, and so college football is like the one thing they have, and like it was every Saturday, just like the most fun, like true, pure, like college football experience where you like walk by before the game. There's kids, moms, like all that fun stuff. And then the stadium, they sold out every week. Like, um, that'll always be a special place in my heart. And also, like, it's Montana, so like we have a really good women's rodeo team. The horses run out. Like it's just so theatrical and cool and fun and so important to like the community and you know, go out to the bars after games and all the bars have like old football memorabilia and stuff. Like it is cliche, but it's cliche like in the best way ever, you know. Just like a good college town where everyone cares and um it's a blast. And I try to go back like once or twice a year now. But not to get too in the weeds of the transfer portal, but I'm just like so happy that I didn't like my football career in college had a lot of ups and downs, but um super happy I didn't transfer ever before this like transferring mayhem became a thing because I have one school that I love that I'm proud that I went to, and that's that. I'm so curious now with all these kids who go to like four schools. I'm like, dude, when you guys are at a cocktail hour when you're 27 and someone says, "Where'd you go to school?" I'm like, what do you even say? It's like it's so weird to me, but sorry, I that's like a whole different tangent, but I won't dive into it.
I totally agree. I agree with it because it's almost like you don't have that sense of like loyalty, like when you remember your college and
Yeah,
all that stuff. It's become a business, almost like you're a professional already, just going from club to club. So I completely get it.
it's bonkers.
But just even keeping that in mind and going back to your Chiefs fandom,
Mhm.
you were at a couple of games this past season, and I think one of them was the AFC title game.
Yeah.
So I saw the photo on Instagram, and it's a great photo. How can you what do you remember most? Obviously, during the big win, the crowd reaction, and just the atmosphere at Arrowhead during that night.
So I don't know if I have a more favorite place. Is that proper English? There's no like my favorite place to be ever is Arrowhead for an AFC championship game. And like obviously we're lucky we've had a lot of them recently. Um, but I just like I get goosebumps walking into the stadium and just the energy in Arrowhead is like, and again, I'm biased, but like you can't be anywhere better. Um, but I think this past year I fully like started to embrace the like villain role. And I hated the Patriots when I was in high school and college. So like I get it to a degree, but like I just had started getting so much shit for being a Chiefs fan that I was like, if they win this game, I'm gonna post a picture with my middle finger that says like womp womp on it, and like people can deal with it and like be upset. And then in retrospect, I probably had like 30 comments on that post after the Super Bowl was over from people going back to troll. But um it's usually the Bills at Arrowhead, been Cincinnati a couple of times. But yeah, a playoff game at Arrowhead is just like an experience. I hope anyone in their life gets to experience, and I've been lucky to have like 20 of them in the last like 5 years. But I love it so much.
Hey, that's a great experience. So
Yeah.
I keep that going. But
Yeah.
let's talk about the team now. We just had the draft wrap up, free
Hmm.
agencies, some moves. Are you feeling good about another return to the Super Bowl?
Yeah, as long as they have 15, I'm and Andy Reid, I'm like, I feel good. Um, this is obviously, I mean, I'm pretty sure it's the farewell tour for Travis Kelce. Um, but I mean, what against Houston in the divisional round, he went for like what 110. Like
Yeah.
I think they keep him wrapped up regular season and then try to let him run wild in the playoffs. But yeah, I mean, Veach is incredible. Like the draft classes he's had have been like, I mean, there's a few misses everywhere, obviously, but um, I trust that dude to draft 7 rounds with my life. And so, yeah, if they can figure out left tackle, I don't see why not. And hopefully this kid from Ohio State can hold it down. But like a rookie at left tackle is always scary. So we'll see. I like the wide receiver room. Uh, yeah, I just kind of like Mahomes won MVP in a Super Bowl with the
Yeah.
worst receiving core maybe in the NFL. Like I don't worry about these guys anymore. Like it makes for an uninteresting interview response, but like I've seen what Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes have done with less, you know.
I completely understand, and you brought up obviously Josh Simmons being the rookie and having to rehab a little bit before the start of the year, but he did
Yeah.
bring in Jalen Moore, so there is some little a little hope there, a little break in between, then so that's something to
They,
think about.
they've been like playing yeah, it's been like a revolving door at left tackle and I guess when did they draft Wanya? Was that second round or was that first?
That was second round.
Yeah. So like they've been trying. I hope the problem with being good is you're never going to get a top 10 anything. And so I don't know. They said Simmons was supposed to be, if he didn't get hurt, he would have been the number one left tackle. So like you just hope that it's kind of like a steal. Similar to like a Trey Smith situation where like health concerns don't get him drafted where he should go. And then he's a gem. So fingers crossed.
Rehab's going well,
Yeah.
so last time I checked in. But I do want to ask now, favorite all-time Chief. If you had to
Uh,
name, that's a tough one. But who's your
Yeah, this
favorite?
is easy for me though. It's Eric Berry, no question. I I wore 29 in college because of Eric Berry and like his story is obviously incredible. Like beat cancer and then was I don't know if he was an all pro. I know he made the Pro Bowl the year after, but like I part of my like this Chiefs run has like I wish so badly that he got to be a part of it. He's just like best dude ever, like such a football guy. I could sit and watch Eric Berry highlights for like a full day on my couch. Like that dude is incredible. Um, so I have an easy answer for that one.
Okay, I like that. That's actually the first you're the first one to say Eric Berry, and I love that because
Dude,
very underrated. Like
yeah,
it's
dude, incredible. Like the best. I also played safety, so like I like have a soft spot for him. But
right. And my last question, Wes, once again, thank you for your time.
Hmm.
But my last question, in Summer House, obviously you're with a bunch of different people.
Yeah.
Um, what is the dynamic in terms of teams? Like, is there a lot of Jets or Giants because it's in New York? What's the dynamic there in the house?
Paige is like the only one who I know is like a local New Yorker who likes New York teams. Like I know she grew up a Yankees fan. New York is not really a football city. You'd be surprised. Like New York is very basketball, baseball. But I would say second to me, Carl is a Pittsburgh guy, and he is very loyal to Steelers, Pirates, Penguins. Um, so second to me, I'd say he's like always repping
Mhm.
his team, and then Jesse's a Chicago guy, but he doesn't really like if the Bears are on, he'll like check the score. He's not like super locked in. Um,
Gotcha.
I would say, yeah, Carl being a Pittsburgh guy, he like makes sure people know it. Um, and then the girls kind of just whatever's convenient, you know.
I understand. I will say this. I mean that battle on Christmas Day, that a little fun back and forth between you guys.
I thought because you always know home and away before the schedule drops. I had texted him and I was like, if it's a convenient weekend, I'd love to go with you to Pittsburgh and go to that game. But obviously Christmas Day I was at home.
Right.
Um, So yeah, I like want to go to Pittsburgh with Carl, whether that's like maybe Royals at Pirates or Chiefs at Steelers, or maybe I just like buck up and I can fake. I'm not afraid to like I'll embrace a team if I'm being like hosted for a day, you know. Um, So yeah, I'll find my way over there one time. PNC Park apparently is gorgeous, so I got to do that someday too.
Definitely hear that. Wes, man, I appreciate your time.
Sure.
Looking forward to that golf game getting better, man.
Yeah, I got you. I'll stay following and we'll climb the ladder together. Promise.
Definitely, man. I appreciate it
Yeah, great to meet you, brother.
too.